All right guys, very excited. This is the first flight of the Avalanche out of my hand. I'm gonna bring you a ton of shots today, see how this thing flies, give you a lot of examples of what this looks like flat on anhyzer, on hyzer. I'm gonna show you everything today. First shot, Avalanche. No. I was not ready for how overstable that disc was. Hey, it's Max C. Welcome to my first video. And in true first video form, I recorded a whole video for you guys and forgot to plug in the audio. Hole one, about 300 feet. I probably threw that disc 260 feet. Thought I could throw it soft, get it there. No, not a chance. Hole two, 340 feet. This is my first forehand with the Avalanche. And I probably get that one out to about 275, leaving me 50, 60 into the pin. So you have a Mando here, a hole three. It's about 220, but you have to go about 280 around. And I just hit the tree just slightly left of the Mando. It's gonna leave me with that awkward upshot. I'm throwing all my shots with the Avalanche, both off the tee and all my approaches. Hole four, about 230 feet. Obviously a 9-speed disc, not the first choice, but this disc is just so predictable. It's got pretty low glide, and I mean that in the best way. Just a low glide disc that is very predictable. And that's the first birdie with the Avalanche. So this is about 550 feet, par four. And this is the first time I got any turn out of the disc, and I put so much angle on that. About 175 in. Honestly, I thought I put that OB, but as you'll see, I'm just barely sneaking in bounds. And there we go, 2 birdies in a row. So I use this open field to kind of demonstrate a flat shot. Got 5 discs that I'm comparing it to. First one there is the Avalanche. You could see that started to fade right away. This is the Tsunami, and you're gonna see that's gonna carry forward for longer, and then it has a good reliable fade. Hellfire. Here's the Raptor. You see the Raptor is definitely getting turned. And finally the Firebird. You're gonna see that's gonna push out, get a little bit of turn as well. Point being, that Avalanche just comes back right away. Hole six, it's about 340 feet. I'm throwing this right at the OB. No worries at all, that's gonna come back every time. It's tough to get the Avalanche out past 300 feet for my distance. So we got a cool triple Mando for hole 7. And I'm just gonna put this to the right of the triple Mando and just trust that it's gonna come back. And honestly, this should just be the play. I try and finesse a putter in there or mid-range in there. Shoot, that's just so reliable. Easiest birdie I've ever had on this hole. Hole 8, and for the record, the Avalanche stayed dry. Right here is kind of a cool shot because you can see that I trusted over the water, and honestly, it was going to come back the whole time. A lot of other discs would have just kept carrying forward into the water. It's not going to get me the birdie, but good, reliable finish on it. Kind of makes that shot feel a lot less risky. Hole 9 here, we got another par 4 with the Mando. I'm throwing around. I try to throw a skip shot, keep it low. And you can see the Avalanche gets good skip on it. It's going to put me right in the middle of the fairway. Fairly easy, but semi-awkward upshot. Parked. Okay, so this hole is kind of a cool hole to demonstrate. I'm throwing the Raptor here first, putting the little anhyzer on it, and just watch how this continues to fade or to carry into the left rough. And that's an overstable disc, and it's not anything against, and this is the Firebird here. It's nothing against those discs, they're great discs, but if you don't have the angle perfect, it's not always going to come back. And here's the Avalanche, where I'm going to throw it on that same anhyzer to keep it away from the OB parking lot on the right. And this thing just never has anywhere to go but center fairway. It's never risking going to the left, keeping it just flat on a little bit of anhyzer. And you can really see with this shot, even though I'm putting that anhyzer, it's coming out right away. And I keep telling myself, I'll just throw it soft, but Avalanche can handle a ton of power. It's gonna go exactly where you throw it. Hole 11, par 3. First tree hit here, so we're gonna have a little bit of a scramble. Nothing too tough though. And again, parked. Hole 12, about 230, low skip shot. As long as you put it out in front of the tree, again, that fade is so consistent, so predictable. Easy birdie. So we got 2 fairways on this hole. I'm gonna take the high gap. I'm really trying to throw it more right than when I had it there. We're gonna end up about 50 feet. And I'm actually going to replay this hole, taking the fairway that I should have taken. Punch the gap and let the disc do the work. And we parked, and it's going to be my first putt with the Avalanche. So hole 14, this is probably the hardest I threw the Avalanche all day. And I wanted to do that because hit that gap and then get it to fade in, but I did hit a tree a little early. Pretty happy with that throw though. Little touch forehand that I don't quite trust enough. Could have punched that a little bit more. And we're looking at first par save. Not today. First bogey of the round, but we're shooting pretty good. Hole 15 is about 550 feet. And again, I'm going to be throwing this with a little bit of anhyzer, and you're just going to see that thing is not buying it. Comes out right away, so consistent. Leaving me about 200 feet and I get that just about 28 feet uphill. Good for birdie. So this is an island hole, about 230 feet. Throwing it down the fairway, just getting it to dive in. I actually missed the ace by maybe 6 inches, just directly over the basket. And that's gonna put us at next 6 on the round. Listen, if you don't clean your discs, you don't love your discs. Keep them clean. Hole 17 kind of plays as an island based on the outline of the fairway with OB surrounding on a little bit of an elevated basket. Just get it out to the right. I'm left with about 35 feet and make a good putt. Wasn't sure that was going to stick. As we come up to hole 18, just some final thoughts here. Initial round, Avalanche only. This disc is just so reliable. Fairly low glide, meaning that it's gonna go exactly where you want it to go and not any further and not any shorter. You can put a lot of power into this disc. People who throw really far are gonna love this because they can punch it without any risk of it turning over. And then people who are kind of medium arm speed and lower arm speeds, you're just gonna find a really reliable, overstable fairway. Really good round, -8, finished hot, only 1 bogey. Check yourself out, an Avalanche. Hopefully coming soon.